Can I ask you about focus quickly?
Yep.
I was thinking about what you were saying about the stress that we are in, and we're in our, we really sit in our minds, and our thoughts tend to be scattered. So that consequently would diffuse our focus, and that's how it impacts our immune system.
As a matter of fact, yes, that's why, for instance, there's one particular type of Qigong, very ancient Taoist system, where, there's an old saying in Chinese medicine, if you walk 100 steps after eating, you will live 99 years. In other words, kind of an advertisement for taking a walk, but it's really referring to a walking meditation system. And the whole problem is that when we move, when we go throughout our day in the West, we have our minds are in one place, our bodies are doing something else, and this causes, according to the Taoist longevity tradition, this causes enormous inner stress.
Thank you. And the energy follows the governing vessel, but there are a lot more channels too?
Yes, there are 12 major meridians, which are typically thought of as acupuncture meridians, and then there are 8 extraordinary vessels, of which the governing vessel is one. The governing vessel goes up the back, and then there's links to the conception vessel that goes down your front in a circular route. We'll talk about that a little later because it's one of the major Qigong systems.
Okay, well, maybe we can move into the second deadly spiral of disease.
Yeah, the second one, it concerns your soft tissues, Nina, your muscles, tendons, and ligaments. Mm-hmm. And if you want to get a handle on this, what you can do is hold out an arm, one of your arms, straight in front of you, so your arm is parallel to the floor, and then hold your palm straight out as if you're saying to somebody, stop. So your fingers are pointing straight up, your palm is pointing forward.
I'm stopping traffic here.
You're stopping traffic. Now, how does it feel on your forearm?
I feel a pull.
Oh, yeah. You should feel a pretty big pull. Now, the pull you're feeling, which will be along the sides of your arms and probably the top, those are tendon lines.
Uh-huh.
Those are part of a whole tendon system that runs throughout your body. Literally, it runs from your fingers all the way through your body to your toes.
I feel it right to the tips of my fingers.
Oh, yeah. It's an entire network, and, of course, tendons connect muscle to bone and ligaments connect bone to bone. Mm-hmm. And this whole structure, your muscles, tendons, and ligaments, it holds your entire skeletal structure together, of course. When your vitality is depleted, what happens? Well, you don't take these structures through their total range of motion anymore, so what happens? Well, what happens when you don't use a muscle?
You lose the strength, and it becomes more flaccid, and you lose flexibility. And
that's it. It atrophies. And when that happens, when this soft tissue structure begins to deteriorate, what do you get? Well, first of all, your joints become much more vulnerable to injury. If your joints are injured, energy flow is compromised because it depends on your joints to some extent. And if the wrong joints are injured, then your posture is implicated. That's a whole other problem that's just huge. We'll get to that one. And eventually you risk losing mobility. You stop getting exercise, you gain weight, and your system becomes more acidic and more toxic. Mm-hmm. And the result, again, is vulnerability to disease from a weakened immune system. Mm-hmm. So everything is coming down, in part at least, to taking your body through its complete range of motion. There's a lovely saying in Chinese medicine that if a doorway is always in use, if a door is always in use, its hinges never rust. And this, of course, is meant to apply to the human body.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
The human body is a use-it-or-lose-it proposition.
Hi there, my name is Nina Wallinder, and I wanted to talk to you about Layers of Health. Layers of Health is a free online community dedicated to investigating holistic and alternative health options. These options can include physical health, mental and emotional health, business health, as well as your spiritual health. So you can join me as I discuss your health concerns with various experts, mentors, and leaders in their fields. And these interviews are offered for free live, as well as during special encore presentations. But if you find one that is particularly interesting to you, you can also purchase it. So you can join me at www.layersofhealth.com, and I'll see you on the calls.